Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here, so remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Because today's story is nothing short of explosive, jaw-dropping, and absolutely unmissable. As we dive into the scandalous buzz surrounding Margot Robbie's bikini photos that fans and critics alike are calling so daring, so audacious, and so shockingly bold that some are even saying they are inappropriate for adults. And whether you agree with that assessment or not, one thing is undeniable: these images have set the internet ablaze and solidified Margot Robbie's status not only as a powerhouse actress, but as a global fashion and beauty icon whose every move becomes a headline, whose every appearance sparks debate, and whose name alone is enough to captivate millions across the globe. And in this latest wave of fascination, Margot has proven once again that she is not just a star who disappears when the cameras stop rolling. She is a cultural phenomenon who knows exactly how to balance her Hollywood career with the tantalizing allure of her public persona. And this moment, these bikini photos, are the ultimate proof of her ability to control the narrative, to dominate conversations, and to leave fans reeling with admiration, envy, and outright obsession. Because let's be honest, Margot Robbie is not your typical starlet. She has built an empire on roles that showcase her intensity, her skill, her charisma. From The Wolf of Wall Street to I, Tonya, from Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad to her Oscar-nominated turn in Barbie. And yet here she is, commanding the same level of attention, if not more, with a set of photos that reveal her in an entirely different light. A raw, unfiltered, sun-drenched vision of beauty, power, and sensuality that simply cannot be ignored. And as fans scrolled across their feeds and stumbled upon these now viral shots, their reactions were as explosive as you'd expect, with Twitter threads, Instagram fan pages, Reddit discussions, and TikTok edits all dedicated to breaking down every curve, every angle, every subtle choice in her look. From the way her bikini seemed to defy convention to the confident way she wore it. And while some were left speechless, others were quick to point out that this was Margot Robbie at her most unapologetic, her most daring, her most willing to push the boundaries of what is considered acceptable for Hollywood stars of her stature. Because let's not forget, Margot isn't a newcomer craving attention. She is an established, respected actress at the very top of her game. And for her to step into this arena with such confidence tells us something vital about where she stands in her career and how she views her own power. Because at 34, Margot Robbie has already achieved what many actresses spend entire careers chasing. And now she's in a position to redefine what it means to be glamorous, what it means to be bold, and what it means to leave the world talking. And that is exactly why this moment has escalated far beyond a set of photos and transformed into a cultural lightning bolt. One that forces us to question our own perceptions of beauty, sexuality, and fame, while also reminding us why Margot Robbie remains one of the most magnetic and unshakably iconic figures in Hollywood today. Because the truth is, when Margot Robbie puts on a bikini and steps into the spotlight, the world doesn't just watch it, loses its mind, it debates, it obsesses, and it ultimately bows to the undeniable reality that she is a star whose power extends far beyond the big screen, straight into the beating heart of popular culture itself. And as the storm of attention continued to swell around Margot Robbie's bikini photos, what became clear was that this was not simply a fleeting viral moment, but a cultural spectacle that illuminated the extraordinary magnetism Margot commands. Because when the world collectively pauses to analyze a set of images with the intensity usually reserved for a blockbuster film premiere or an awards ceremony, it tells us something profound about the star at the center of it all. And Margot Robbie, at this very moment, sits at the crossroads of glamour, power, and controversy, her bikini photos not only igniting discussions about fashion and beauty, but also opening up debates about the boundaries of celebrity, the double standards imposed on women in Hollywood, and the way allure and artistry are constantly entwined in the lives of our most visible icons. And for Margot, this intersection feels deliberate, because she has always known how to navigate both sides of her fame: the serious actress, celebrated for her craft, and the dazzling beauty capable of leaving fans breathless with a single appearance, and These photos encapsulate that duality perfectly, as if she's reminding us that she is not limited to the roles we assign her. She is multidimensional, powerful, and in control. And what makes the moment even more electric is the timing. Coming fresh off her globally celebrated performance and producer role in Barbie, a film that redefined her career and positioned her as a Hollywood power player. And yet, rather than retreat into the shadows, she has chosen to remain front and center, amplifying her presence not through another script but through a statement of style, sensuality, and boldness that demands the world's attention. And in doing so, she has exposed the tension between art and spectacle, between performance and persona, reminding us that sometimes the image itself is the performance, sometimes the photo is the stage, and Margot Robbie, with her impossible beauty and undeniable charisma, plays that role as effortlessly as she plays any on-screen character. And while critics may call these photos inappropriate, framing them as too daring or too bold for someone of her stature, the irony is that this critique only fuels the fire, only makes the images more talked about, only elevates their status. From simple snapshots to cultural artifacts, and fans know this, fans see it, and that is why their reaction has been so feverish, so impassioned, so unrelenting, because they sense that Margot is not simply being photographed, she is declaring something. She is asserting her dominance over the cultural conversation. She is telling the world that beauty is not meant to be policed, that allure is not meant to be boxed into age brackets or appropriateness debates, and that women at the peak of their power have the right to own their image in any way they choose. And the brilliance of Margot Robbie is that she communicates all of this without saying a word, without giving a press statement, without even acknowledging the frenzy. Her silence itself becomes part of the performance, the mystique that makes her presence even more intoxicating. Because Margot has always known the value of letting the world talk while she moves forward. Unbothered, unstoppable, and unshakably glamorous, and this is why the photos will endure long after the headlines fade. Because they are not simply about a bikini, they are about control, about agency, about the intoxicating blend of artistry and audacity that defines Margot Robbie's stardom. And as the dust settles, as the internet moves on to its next obsession, this moment will remain etched in the cultural memory, revisited, reposted, and reanalyzed as proof of a time when Margot Robbie dared to push the line, dared to ignite scandal, dared to show the world that sometimes being inappropriate is exactly what makes a star unforgettable. And for Margot, unforgettable is exactly what she has always been, and what she will always remain.